So to continue this video on Rollo, picking up right where we left off, gonna go ahead and continue my critique, or continue my response, whatever you want to call it, of Mr. Rollo Tomassi here on 21 Studios podcast. I believe is what this is, a podcast, or it's the 21 convention, right? So Mr. Rollo Tomassi is speaking on the 21 convention. I'm going to continue my critique / comments on Rollo Tomassi and his idea of the red pill and his idea of the answer to the problems in society and after we take the red pill, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to continue this. Here we go.
And so, from that respect, you're mourning the loss of your old blue pill life, and you don't know what to do with yourself. But more so, that anger is really rooted in anger at oneself. Because
okay, so what he said there was truth mixed with his version of brainwashing, or his version of propaganda. So he's saying, oh, once you lose your blue pill narrative, then you don't know what to do with yourself, which is true to some degree. I think we all go through a phase of, like he's talking about phases. We go through phases, and maybe some of it's anger, maybe some of it is despair, despondency, vitriol, even depending on the circumstances. But we have to do something, whether we choose to be MGTOW and walk away, or whether we choose to continue to be blue-pilled and become a beta and suck up to women in order to get what we want from them, or whether we choose to just continue to pump and dump and use women and continue to be a bad boy, whatever avenue you choose is just your reaction to what's going on. None of those avenues are necessarily the one-size-fits-all answer for everybody. Everybody has a choice. There's war in the world. How do we react to war, right? Maybe people can become pacifists. Maybe people agree with the war and say it's justified, or maybe people just turn the other way and say, I don't really care about the war. At any rate, any way you look at it, it's something that's real in the world. How do you deal with it is up to you. So anybody could come along and say, well, this is how we should deal with war, and everybody jump on my back because I got the answer. Somebody else says, no, that's not the answer. This is the answer. It's just like Donovan Sharp was talking about the other day in my video that I made on him when he was talking about sex, SECTS, within the red pill community, such as MGTOW, PUA, pickup artistry, and the MRA guys, men's rights activists. Although I wouldn't put PUA necessarily in the red pill community. I would put MGTOW and MRA guys in the red pill community. Red pill is just the general truth. PUA is not necessarily truth. PUA in and of itself is simply a set of practices and skills that you can learn in order to attract women. That's what pickup artistry is. Okay? And I think that this guy here, Rollo Tomassi, has mixed some of that into his overall philosophy on life. He's mixed some PUA in there. And I don't agree with Donovan Sharp. I don't think that pickup artistry is a part of the red pill. Because like I said, it's not necessarily a truth. It's a skill set which may borrow truths. It may use some truths from the red pill community, such as playing into hypergamy, women wanting higher caliber men. So a large, I'd say 40-50% of PUA pickup artistry is about becoming a higher caliber, higher value, socially calibrated man. But that's not necessarily the red pill. That's just using aspects of the red pill in order to further their philosophy, which is exactly what Rollo Tomassi is doing here. He is utilizing the red pill and spinning it and weaving it and twisting it into his own little marketing campaign, his own little marketing scheme. He's using the red pill in order to profit. He's using the red pill in order to make money. And you'll watch him do this as we continue the video. So, like I said, he sets out some definitions, he sets out some red pill terminology, and then he immediately jumps in and spins it to his bent, which is his answer or his philosophy, which is all part of selling that philosophy. He's selling his book, he's selling his ideas, he's profiting off of it. Let's continue.
For so long, you have been in this sort of blue pill daze and blue pill delusion, and what happens is there is anger, but the anger is not at women. The anger is at oneself.
That's wrong.
Like, damn, why didn't I see this? Damn,
that's
it's
wrong.
So obvious.
Anger is at women. Anger is at society.
Thank you for saving my life. I was about to kill myself, but now I'm just angry that I didn't see all this stuff happening before, so I even got to that point. Imagine you are so despondent that you are in your blue pill beliefs and you're breaking up with your girlfriend and you're ready to put the noose around your neck, and then suddenly somebody says, here's the red pill, and here's how to be red pill aware, and this is why your wife or your girlfriend is leaving you, and what you did and what she did, how she responded, and you go through all that, and you
see, he's subtly blaming the man. What you did, you're mad at yourself. You go through these phases, and then you're mad at yourself that you didn't wake up and take the red pill. This is what you did wrong. You should have been more red pilled, and then she might have reacted differently. So it's your fault that she was messed up. It's your fault that she was toxic. It's your fault that she was hypergamous. So what he's saying is, play into hypergamy, learn about hypergamy so that you can utilize hypergamy. But why would you want to is the question. Why would you want to? Why would you want to play into female narcissism? Why would you want to play into female? Well, that's just the way it is, man. All women are like that. That's female nature. Hashtag Allwalt, right? There's no such thing as a unicorn. Bullshit. There are normal women out there. There are women out there who will love you for who you are. Unfortunately, they're just rare.
Realize that the game has been played on you to the point that you've got a noose around your neck. That's pretty fucking significant. And so
why would you play into the game? If the game is being played on you, why would you play into it, is my question. Okay, so a lot of men get to that point, and now you come in and profit off of them, and you say, here's the answer, here's what you do, and your answer is bullshit, Rollo.
I think that anger is really anger of not seeing it before it actually happened. So how do you fight against that? You make guys aware of that. You say, you're going to be angry, but there's hope after that. I have a post called New Hope. And I think that guys really get stuck in the idea that there's no hope, and it's completely nihilistic, and we're never going to be able to have all those great things that they told us we were going to have when I was in my blue pill phase.
Not necessarily, man. I mean, not necessarily. Not necessarily everybody is out there despondent, nihilistic. Some people just go through a lot of bad relationships, and then they end up finding a better girl. They end up finding a better quality woman. A lot of people don't for various reasons, and you're trying to profit off of those people, unfortunately.
Now that I'm red pill, it's all on me. I got no excuse. I know what I need to know now. I have to rebuild my life. Maybe you're
see what he's doing,
literally with a new woman, or you're being kicked out of your house. You got to basically
see what he's doing. He's taking the red pill right there, and he's weaving it into his own money-making scheme. He's taking it and he's saying, this is what you got to do. Now you got to rebuild yourself. It's your fault. It's because you had the wrong ideologies. It's because you were too blue-pilled. Now you got to get red-pilled, and now you got to, buy my book, read my book, listen to my podcast, take all the advice that I'm giving you, and I'll set you straight. Wink.
Start your life, and that might really suck, especially if you became awakened when you're like 40 or 50 years old, and you go, I got to go and restart my life again, and I'm 50 years old. It took me this long to get to this point where I thought...
Maybe you don't have to restart your life. Maybe you just have to wake up and realize that the world is not what you thought it was. It's a messed up place. There's a lot of messed up people out there. And instead of saying, it's my fault, I need to change, maybe the world needs to change. Maybe we need to start sharing stuff. Maybe we need to start raising better daughters. Maybe we need to start holding women accountable. Maybe we need to start having higher standards for women. instead of chasing after and pining after and putting these toxic, messed up sluts on pedestals. Well, it's my fault. Oh, I gotta adjust. I gotta change how I look at women. I gotta change my masculinity. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Meanwhile, she continues to get Chad dick on the side. Meanwhile, she continues to chase the bad boys while she's settled down with the alpha. I've seen it again and again. The reason why this is happening is because we are not holding our women accountable. We are not holding our daughters accountable. Women get a pass because that old slippery feminism. Oh, if you say anything bad about a woman, you're automatically a misogynist. And they use that fear to bully us into submission to make us accept their shitty toxicity and their shitty lifestyles. I can sleep with all the men I want, and I'm still good as new after all the hundreds of dick that I've taken. I can still get a guy who's got a great job and give me kids and woo woo woo, and I still got my little fairy tale love at the end of the rainbow after I've taken hundreds of dicks. Stop. Just because, why? Just because she's pretty? Oh, I don't need to develop a good character. I don't need to have a good personality. I don't need to be a moral good person because I'm pretty and I got nice tits. Therefore, that erases everything else because men want me. So I can find a man anytime I want. Stop. Stop doing that. That's the answer. Not you change yourself to fit her narrative, to impress her, to keep her around. This is what Rollo Tomassi is doing. That is blue-pilled. That is white knighting. It's hard to say, Mr. Rollo Tomassi. You are a mixture. You are mixing, you are taking some red pill truths and you are adding in your little purple pill / blue pill bent to it. Oh, improve yourself. You are a self-improvement. You're a motivational speaker, Mr. Rollo Tomassi. Improve yourself so that you can impress a woman and keep her around. Uplift yourself. Wear nicer clothes. Go to the gym. Make more money. Drive nicer cars so that you can keep a woman around. Pay bills. Get a nicer house so that you can keep a woman around. You are playing into hypergamy. You're playing into men as utility, unfortunately.
That you have such a life investment up to that point where you woke up, yeah, you're going to be angry, and you're going to be angry at yourself because you didn't figure it out.
This is like the Matrix analogy. You don't wake a person up after a certain age,
Yeah.
or it becomes increasingly risky to do so.
Right. That's why.
But what do you do
bends
after
over on the
you're
floor
woke
and
up?
Hacks up his guts right there because it's just.
What do you
such an
do
overwhelming,
after you
oh my
woke
God, I
up?
can't go back to that.
Then what do you
Given
do?
all
That's
that,
the question.
I think a basic way of what you're saying is that anger is pretty normal.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a normal phase, and I think that also needs to be something that whenever a red pill critic says those guys are just angry all the time, it's like, no, they're not angry all the time. They're angry as part of the phase before they can move into something that's a little bit more productive for themselves.
Maybe a little bit more productive for himself. See, he's pushing his little agenda. Maybe we do need to be more angry until something changes. Maybe we need to use that energy from the anger to fuel the truth, to fuel the red pill. Sometimes you don't need anything else but the truth. Sometimes the truth sets you free in and of itself. Sometimes people, when they hear the truth, they figure it out. And if people attack the truth, if people attack the bearers of the truth, that means they don't want the truth. They don't accept the truth. They don't accept the red pill. They don't want the red pill. They want to stay in the lie. Why? Because the lie benefits them. They benefit from the lie. The lie is their savior. The lie is their cash cow. The lie is lying, and the lies that they tell and live by are what further their agenda, are what keep them on top, are what keep gynocentrism in motion. So what he's saying is for the men to improve. He's not saying anything about women improving. He's not saying anything about society needs to change. He's not saying anything about we need to spread better truths. We need to raise better daughters. We need to be better parents. We need to be more accountable. I've met parent after parent after parent of girls back when I was really in my dating phase, when I was really in my slaying phase. Bad parents raising bad daughters.